There are two kinds of nonprofits out there when it comes to fundraising. Those who pay attention to what they're doing when they're not asking, and those that don't. I'm Sandy Reese, Chief Encouragement Officer here at Get Fully Funded, where we help new and small nonprofits learn how to raise money to fund their budget. And today I want to give you a tip that's going to really help you fundraise, especially in the middle of this coronavirus crisis. Now, if you're the kind of organization that you're in a pinch, you're struggling, you need to raise money, which is probably everybody, this is going to really help you. And there is a way to implement this tip pretty quickly. You see, fundraising is about asking for money, but good fundraising is about what you're doing when you're not asking for money. It's about how you're communicating with people and how you're treating your supporters. You see, the organizations that are struggling are the ones that have been treating their donors like they're ATMs or checkbooks. They don't really care about the people, they just want the money. They're really like laser focused on the money, and they forget that there is a person who is giving that money. The smart organizations and the ones that are doing really well right now are the ones that understand that their donors are people who care about the mission. Their donors are more than just the money. Their donors are sources of other kinds of support and words of encouragement. They see those people as partners in getting the mission fulfilled, and that makes all the difference in the world. So the big question then is, okay, if you have not been doing a great job of looking at what you're doing in between the asks, what can you do? Well, I want you to use our 3-to-1 ratio. And the 3-to-1 ratio basically says that you can ask as often as you want for donations, as long as in between the asks you have 3 really good, warm communications that melt the donor's heart and make them go, oh, I love that nonprofit. They do such good work. So, if you have not been doing a good job of taking care of your donors, then the very next thing you need to do is communicate with them 3 times and share things that are not asks. No ask for money, no ask for stuff, no buy something from our Amazon wish list, no Amazon Smile, no share this, no volunteer, like nothing. You're not asking for anything. You're simply sharing with people what's going on. You're telling them a story. You're updating them on what's going on in your organization. You got to have those really good communications. And in order to do that, you have to stop what you're doing long enough to think about your donors. Think about who they are. Think about what matters to them. Think about what they're experiencing right now. And then think about what warms their heart about the work your organization does. That's going to help you make sure that you're sharing the right information so it touches them right in the feels. And that's what this is all about. When you do those 3 communications, and listen, right now while we're in this crisis, time is weird. Time is very warped. Think about it. How many times have you said, well, you remember last week when we did so-and-so, and somebody goes, that was yesterday afternoon? That happens to me on a regular basis. Time is kind of weird. So you can actually do these fairly close together right now. You could send out an update email that tells a story about something that your organization has done that really made a difference in someone's life. And then a few days later, you could send out another story, and a few days after that, you could do it again. So you literally could do this pretty quickly right now. You can send out email, and you can post on social media. Now, I wouldn't just drop 3 posts on social media and think that that counts, because not all of your people are going to see that. So that's why I think, well, if you were to send out an email and do a social media post, and then maybe you do a video, and maybe you call people and say thank you, you got to have a good mix so you're reaching as many of the people on your list as you can, so that everybody is experiencing at least one heartfelt communication from you. That's really the point here. You got to reach them, you got to touch their heart, you got to get their attention so that they see what you're sharing and say, oh, I love this group. And when you do that, then you can come along behind that with an ask inviting them to help you in meeting the increased need your organization is seeing or being ready for when things go back to a new normal. And those people are going to be way more willing to support you because they know you're not just out for their money. Listen, as a donor, that feels really crappy when the only time you hear from an organization is when they have their hand out saying, give me money, give me money, give me money. I've experienced that as a donor, and I don't like it. I would much rather give to the organization, and I've got one right now that they literally just sent me a card a few days ago. Here it is right here. They sent me this thank you card. Just thank you for being a donor. Thank you for your support. We love you. I love this. This was amazing. Now, yes, I'm a monthly donor to this organization, but that meant a lot to me that they reached out just to say, we appreciate you and you matter to us. Thank you for helping us do what we do. You can do the same kind of thing. That kind of heartfelt touch is going to really make a difference in the world. Okay, so really think about what you're doing in between when you're asking. Make sure that you're using that 3-to-1 ratio so you have 3 really good warm communications in between your asks, and donors are not going to feel over-asked. All right, you can get more tips just like this over on our blog at getfullyfunded.com/blog. There's a lot of resources there that will help you as you're fundraising during this crisis. You'll also find a lot of other video tips just like this on our YouTube channel at getfullyfundedtv.com. While you're there on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time we release another tip like this, you get notified. All right, see you next time. Bye.